This is directed by Matthew Vaughn, who previously directed Kick-Ass. It stars James McAvoy, Michael Fassbender, Jennifer Lawrence, and Kevin Bacon. Officially speaking, this is the fifth film in the X-Men franchise. However, this is a prequel film to the original trilogy. I have seen all the X-Men films, and I only liked number 2. However, this is an outstanding film.
This is a very good film. It is a prequel. It shows how Magneto and Professor X came to be. It's a very good story about all of the individuals that refer to themselves as mutants, people that had special powers. There's some good comedy moments in it, as well as a lot of action. And I don't want to give away too much of the story, but ultimately it revolves around the history of these characters from the end of the Second World War up through the Cuban Missile Crisis. And at the end of the movie, as you all know, they ultimately become opponents. It's a very good story. It's a long movie. It's over 2 hours long, but it keeps your attention through the entire thing. And I think the fact that it has good action, a strong script, and strong acting all enhance the experience, and it was a very good movie. One of the best so far of 2011, in my opinion.
I will agree, and I think it's probably the best summer film that has come out yet. This is a very well written film. I forget how many people it took to write it, but it's very well written, good dialogue, it's not cheesy. The special effects are amazing, and there's a lot of action, so there's nothing too boring in this film. While this is a very good film, I do have one complaint. It's nothing huge. They introduce a character who I forget his nickname, but he essentially has the ability to adapt to survive, as he says, and they kill him off rather fast, which I wasn't pleased about, but nonetheless, this is a very good film. As a whole, I'm going to give it 4.5 out of 5 stars. Not quite perfect, but still very good, and would recommend seeing this in the theaters.
I'd say the only call a complaint, and it's really not a complaint, but just sort of a minor miscue, is considering the time this film is supposed to represent, which is 1962. You have all of the men dressed fairly conservatively. However, the young ladies tend to be dressed more like 1980s and 1990s. And I thought that was a bit distracting. But in the end, again, a very strong film. I'd give it 4 out of 5 stars and say, see it on the big screen.